Hello. Today we're going to discuss how to be the winning bidder in a multiple offer situation. So really, this is the title. We're going to be looking at Zillow and the other websites in a second. But my name is John McConnell. I'm a real estate attorney and a broker. And this is sort of a public service announcement. Believe it or not, I'm going to pitch my own services later. So it's not really. But the point is that um, almost all these websites, whether it be, well, first, just to save CPU. Let's just go. This is the back of the San Diego County Association of Realtors, the SDMLS, and here's InfoSparks. And just to show you that we're still in a seller's market, and for how long we've been in one, let me just. We're just going to look at a few things. Okay, so I need to move my picture over here. Okay, so and I'll take this down. So this is for San Diego County. This is the median sales price. It is, that's average. That's median. This is market time. That's less than 40 days. This is the median. Less than 20 days. So there's some really long ones out there that are probably overpriced or have problems. We've examined that before. Some of them can have out the 6 or 9 months because there's issues. But the median price across the whole, this is right. You saw it. I pulled it off the MLS. I was in the back. I'm an agent and a real estate attorney. I pulled it in the back right up here. Okay, let me move this again. You can see if you can enlarge this. That says San Diego County, and that's 20 days is the median price, and I mean median time on market. And some homes are on the market for a long time. So if you're looking at desirable homes in desirable price ranges, where there's competitors, and I think I mean, if you're in a $5 million home, you have more time. If you're looking at $1 million home in Carlsbad, you don't have a lot of time. Same with I mean, it's that if you're in that. I didn't even know that we have a first-time home buyers market in San Diego, but anywhere in Southern California, if you're in the first-time home buyer market, you're facing competition. In that next level up, if the home's desirable area, desirable school district, desirable home, you're facing competition, probably right up into the $1.5 million price range. So when all these websites, like let's go Realtor.com, let's take a look at them. It's a big bait and switch, really, because what happens is these guys are making millions or billions of dollars giving leads out. Most of the leads are buyer's leads. I know because I subscribe to these services, whether it's Trulia or Realtor.com or Redfin is a site to bring in their own buyer's leads. Most of the leads you get off the internet are buyer leads, and that's what you are when you're using this service and you say contact the agent. They're almost all the time going to be fed to, or at least the majority of the time, they're going to be fed. Let me move my picture down again. They're going to be fed to buyer's agents, and buyer's agents are not who you want to be talking with. Here, let me just make this easy. Whether it's whether I was going to go through all the websites, Zillow, Realtor.com, but I think you know the idea here. We'll click on it. So more about this property. Now, unless the listing agent has paid to be the person they contact here, and in this case, the listing agent would be Mike Cambra, and that looks like a real number. In this case, maybe Mike or Sotheby's has paid to get this information, but most of the time, when you provide that information, you're going to be sent to the buyer's agent. And you don't really know, by the way. Let me just go back to that home. I don't know it. Let's see if I can find it again, right? Am I going to have to pick another one? Let's go one more. Let's say I pick this one. I would want to talk to Mike directly. So I'd call this number if that's if that's the brokerage number. And as a broker, I know this. When I paid for leads in the past from Realtor.com, there were different levels of service. Each individual agent can push them up, but as a broker, I could trump that, pay a little bit more money, and then I would be here, and that would be my number, and I would get the leads, although the agent could also somehow get leads. I forgot how it works, and I'm sure it's always changing. But if you fill out this form, you could be sent anywhere. I don't know that you will be sent to the listing agent. I think it will depend on the arrangement, how much money the listing agent's paying, or the brokerage. So you never want to fill these forms out because there's a strong chance, you're not going to be working with the listing agent. And it's the same thing on all these websites. So Redfin, okay, so if it's listed by Redfin, I still let's go type in Carlsbad. If it's listed by Redfin, That's cool, and that's what they usually, at least when I'm searching on my website, they'll put these up there. And again, the only person I would consider working with is Leah, and I would want her phone number because I'd want to talk to her about the home. I'd want to know if she's accepted any offers yet. If the sellers have any offers that they've accepted but haven't signed. Is the agent expecting any? Is Redfin, I don't even know if she could answer this question. Is Redfin representing any buyers for this particular property? Is she? Then if I'm really serious about this property, I'm going to the different websites and I'm trying to get a good idea with a price from the algos. You know, when it says how much is this home worth, you type it in, the algo comes back. I'd want to know that. I would also price per square foot. I would know what the fixer-uppers in the area I'm looking at are going for price per square foot. I would probably want to learn when they're totally remodeled, they look great, what they're going for. And if there was a lot of homes for sale and I was really doing the research, I'd want to know if there's a view side of the street or what separates. Eventually, you start to understand where the prices are and what separates them out. And then you can have a conversation with the agent. You could say things like, in terms of pricing, I'm very interested when I see the property. I might decide that I want to make an offer. If I do you think this property is going to appraise at that level, or is it going to be close? And if they share that information, you say, okay, so is the seller looking for a top dollar offer or an offer that can close right away? What's the seller motivation? Are they moving somewhere else? A way I can work a contract that would be able to accommodate them and work for me too. And you could again stress, look, I'm pre-approved. I've got cash in the bank. I can send over a snapshot. All I've got to do is see the home and then decide whether I'm going to work with you directly or work with some of the buyer's agents that I'm thinking about working with. But don't worry, the buyer's agent I work with, if it's me, you can say it's John over at winnerscheck.com, and he's got a program where you can refer me over to the listing agent and share a referral fee instead of looking for the whole thing. So we can work that out with them. So anyway, that's a little bit of the wrap of how it would go. I would coach you to ask the questions, develop rapport, or you can have me do it if you decide to work with me. And then the next step is to go see the home, and if you like it, then you have to decide how much you're going to offer on the home. So the important part is that rather than being tied in with a buyer's agent and how to make offers through your buyer's agent, you can talk to the listing agent directly, get the information you need, and then you can decide how you want to take that buyer's commission. Do you want to share some of it with the listing agent so that the listing agent is motivated to help you buy that home? Do you want to offer some of that commission in a multiple offer situation to make your offer stronger? Maybe offer the seller a little bit more money. Do you want to put some of that money in your pocket to buy floors? And we can do that. If I'm sharing if you're working with me, we discuss how we're going to do it. I'd call them up. I'd ask if they would like to share the referral with me in exchange for a referral for you. Otherwise, I just refer you to a buyer's agent in the area, so I can do this anywhere in the country. And I have a proprietary. I've done this for people. I like to. It's a conversational thing. I mean, sure, we can analyze the data, and I know the websites where I can do that. But in the end, I still like to talk to people on behalf of my client. I like to make sure it's a good fit, that the agent really knows what they're talking about, that they have purchased and sold properties in the area. That I ask them questions where if they know what they're doing, they recognize what I'm doing and they like to provide information. And it's that information that builds up a rapport and a trust with me, and then vice versa. Then we refer you there. So I don't think there's any substitute for getting on the phone and talking to potential agents. You can use some data on the net to help select ones. I still prefer phone calls. That I'll share my methods with you if we're working together. But we find you a great agent, or we can refer you to the listing agent. Or let's say you're buying a home in your area and you want to work with a family member or somebody, you can put me on the team and I can help oversee the file. I can be a second opinion for you and share the referral fee with you. There's so many ways to work together. But my point is that there's a big bait and switch in the industry. They give you the information on the net now, but they still want to refer you to buyer's agents. And I don't think you should work with a buyer's agent until you decide you don't need to work with a listing agent. Then you can work with a buyer's agent on your terms. Maybe you need them to drive you around to 20 different properties. Maybe you're relocating and you don't know much about the area. And if you're working with me, we can refer you to the buyer's agent. I've many, many times gotten a 50% referral fee from buyer's agents. and then we can share that. So let's say it's $1 million home. Let's say the referral fee is 3%. The buyer's agent fee is 3%. That's probably a little high. Let's say it's normally 2.5%. So that's $25,000. Maybe with $13,000 stays with the buyer's agent, $12,000 is shared with me, and then we find a way in escrow so that you don't have to come for me for the money later. It's just extra accounting and paperwork for me. I don't want to do it either. I want you to receive the money in escrow. Probably your lender would insist it be on a credit against the price of the home or against your costs, but you'll see that money. Now, and that's just like at 50%. There's all sorts of flexibility levels, and you also get to put me on your team. And in the end, we're going to do what's right, what's best for you. That's the point of this service. We're going to help you select a great agent. We're going to help you select the right strategy. You can bounce pricing questions off. If repairs come back and your agent says, I recommend you do nothing, you can bounce that question off me. If escrow or title are putting up stumbling blocks, I can help you as an attorney. I can make calls. I'm not going to litigate, but I can make calls to help close the transaction, because if it closes, I get paid too, because that's, we're all in the same team here. And finally, sometimes your lender, if you're a buyer, they have these things called quality checks in the very end. They say everything's great. They pre-approve you, but when it's time for them to start lending money, then they start taking the file seriously, and frequently they slow things down. Having a lawyer on your team to force your lender to perform and say what they were going to do helps both buyers and sellers. If you're seeing this and you want a referral to a listing agent, or you're going to do a buy and a sell, I can tell you that being an attorney is invaluable on a percentage of the files, say 10, 15, maybe 25, or up to 25% of the files, because buyers are and realtors frequently have to eat it, but there's holdups in the transaction frequently because of lenders. And having an attorney on your team, I've helped my sellers and buyers many times. That's the one area. Like sometimes I get escrow to change their mind in title and go ahead and do the close if that's what my clients want to do. That happens once in a while. Lenders happens a lot. So you have a second opinion. You have us on your team, and we're going to share the referral fee with you. I think we've put together a good program. So set up a free strategy. So just click the button, set up a free strategy session. We'll talk. We'll see if you're right for the program, and see if the program can help you. Thanks. Talk to you later. Winnerscheck.com. My name is John McConnon. I'm a real estate attorney and a broker in San Diego. I can refer as a broker. I can refer your file anywhere in the country, and I have. And then, you can bounce opinions off me. If we're in another jurisdiction where I'm not licensed, I'm going to act as a consultant. I'm not going to be doing the things that a license holder has to do. But I can talk to you about the process. So in my opinion anyway, I'm not going to break the laws, let's put it that way. But we're still going to share the referral fee. I'll make sure you get paid on the HUD out of escrow. You're not going to have to come back to me. The other thing is, if we don't get paid out of escrow, sometimes we'll never get paid. Sometimes it's weeks or months later, because when these companies say, oh, well, first of all, the money has to go to the broker, then the broker says, oh, I got to send it to the national office and get it approved, and it takes forever. I've successfully, when I start hearing that, I say, then this isn't going to happen, with my client's permission, and then we find a way to make it happen. Thanks, John McConnon. If you're seeing this on the website, just go ahead and click the form, sign up. We'll have a quick strategy session. And let's say you need some a referral to a listing agent right away. Book an appointment for later. Contact me on the phone number I provide, and I will try to get to work right away for you. Let's say you call in the afternoon, maybe that evening, the first thing next morning, I'll set up the referral fee. So you should have the property address, the buyers, full contact information, yours, and if you're buying with a spouse or something, whoever the buyers are, their contact information, the listing agent, their contact information, their broker, the house. I can put all that in a referral form, and I can turn it around in probably 10 minutes or less for electronic signature. Let's call it 15. So we can do that first thing in the morning. You can tell the listing agent to expect it, and then you'll go see the property anytime that day. Thanks, John McConnon. Let me just give you my number right now anyway. It's my direct line goes to my cell phone. All my numbers go to my cell phone if it's not work office hours. So please probably end the calls around 9 p.m. But 760-896-4663 works, and so does the number you'll see on the website. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.